LOL, player dropped. Entire team just dropped. Starting out our stream strong, everybody.
You could give the best hugs.
They said DC, but like the entire team left. Like, why did the entire team left? I'm really confused. I don't know. Sorry, I'm making sure my phone's on silent. It is not. All right. Someone followed. Icon, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated, my friend. Forfeit? Nah. Unless they want to get to Persona 5 really bad or something like that. Bandit's back. He's got the carrot. Yeah, bud. Here, let's get those pets in for Noob, huh? Oh, we have pets for you. Where are you? Oh, you want to come on stream? You want to come on stream? Hi, bud. Look at this. He wants to bring his carrot on stream for all of you. Hi, bud. Yeah, who's a good boy? All right, we've already pushed the button. We're going to leave this in the VOD. Here we go. We can get into the draft. Welcome into the draft, everyone. Welcome to Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. I am your caster. Joining me this evening is my lovely co-caster, Bandit. He's currently very, very concerned about his carrot, so we have to get him back over to his casting booth. So we are here in Division A East. Welcome in, everybody, as we have Party Time on the left-hand side and Sky5 on the right. And if you're sitting at home eating some delicious popcorn or just got through a holiday but wondering how we got here, I got you covered. The home team this evening will be the members of Party Time. They won the coin flip, opting for first pick priority for game number 1. Cursed Hollow and Towers of Doom were banned up by them. Braxis Holdout and Dragonshire were banned up by the members of Sky5, and Alterac Pass was the first map chosen by Sky5. And we find ourselves here and on this map for our draft. We can go ahead and see we have a Tassadar being banned on the left-hand side. Really strong poke potential. Even the Bloodlust composition that we've been seeing, a lot of teams come out with has been really, really impactful as well, so just getting rid of that. Mephisto, I wouldn't say is like a massive priority, but he definitely works really well on these types of maps where you're all going to be clumped up around an objective. He gets cooldown based off his trait by hitting heroes, as well as he can go in the Regeneration Globe talent at level 4, which I cannot remember. It's like something, it might be just Spite or something like that. But that'll allow him to have even more cooldown reduction, and then you can apply that to your heroic as well. It's just really, really powerful. So Mephisto in a good spot, Zul in a good spot as well, so they're going to go ahead and get rid of them. What is this going to be? This is still kind of, we've got Tassadar, Mephisto, Zul, all of those being banned out, and now it's like, do you get the Joanna? Garrosh is kind of a threat. ETC's got good displacement. Junkrat's annoying to deal with because of his poke potential. Same thing with Hanzo. Like, what do you really want to get rid of? Ana's still up and available. There's so many options for this first ban, and it's just really, what do they not want the enemy team to have, so that way they can, they can still get whatever they need. Let's see. It is a targeted ban, definitely. 100% a targeted ban. Aristo, how you doing, friend? Thanks for coming by. Vita, good to see you. Noob, thanks for those bandit bucks. Very much appreciated. It's a national holiday where and not in the U.S., even though the U.S. generally is more Christian. Yeah, I don't know. Gold Gorgon 1, thank you for using your Twitch Prime here. Thank you for the 2 months of support, my friend. Hope you enjoy all of your new wonderful emotes. All right, let's get into the draft a little bit here. Abathur, Ana, and Malthael on the left-hand side. And we are, that's just a lot of lane pressure so far, but they don't have someone, they're going to be missing someone until level 10, and even then, they won't have a 5th if that ultimate evolution's on cooldown. Dahaka Joannis, they're going to have a lot of good map mobility with that Dahaka. Alterac Pass, I think, is a pretty good map for this Dahaka as well. A lot of good brushes to flank brushstock into, as well as just be able to maneuver through the map fairly quickly. ETC will be gotten rid of, because ETC dives with the Malthael fairly well. And I don't blame them for that whatsoever. I mean, ETC Mosh Pit set up with Malthael nano boosted or whatever, and had it as well, so they're autoing and dealing increased spell power damage. That's just terrifying. So they'll end up banning out the Rhaegar on the side of Party Time. I like that ban. I like the Rhaegar ban. Still, Bloodlust, really, really strong, as we've been pointing out. Either way, holiday on Monday and Wednesday is my regular day off, so I decided to take Tuesday off and make a 5-day weekend visiting my parents at the moment. Yeah, you were saying something about that. I hope it was fun. I hope you had a really good time. Sorry, everyone, I'm missing a little bit of draft here. Falstead, Deckard Cain. Oh my god, Deckard Cain is just busted strong in my opinion at this point. I was just playing them in a brawl, and it's just he's just so strong. He's so strong. Thanks for asking. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I'm holding up. I don't know, Monday was draining. The world is draining, I guess you could say. So that's where I'll put it, and we'll just keep it at that. Muradin will be the last pickup with a Rainer, so really, not really aggressive, but fairly aggressive composition on the left-hand side, but more poke potential coming out from them. Falstad, good poke. Chromie with good poke as well, but they can kind of step in with that Johanna Dahaka and set up the Chromie and the Falstad to get a lot of good damage. Deck Arcane has some roots as well. Stay a while might be a big setup as well for Chromie. You know, someone just sleeps, stands still for a couple seconds. Chromie throws, you know, almost maybe, I mean, at that point, it'll be level 10, so potentially triple Sandblast and a Dragon's Breath on top of their head. Yeah, that's going to hurt. That's a whole lot of sand that you're going to get buried under. I really like the Chromie pick. Honest to God, the Muradin's going to be interesting. I think Muradin's a very strong hero, undervalued. But I definitely think he can be aggressive. He can set the team up, and this will be an exciting game number 1 for our best of 3 series. Vita, thank you. Love you too very much. Are you ripping out all the fuzz? Hold on, everybody. I gotta get the carrot before he eats fuzz. Don't eat the fuzz, mister. No, it's bad for you. I gotta do surgery on the slate. There it is. That's the fuzz you're trying to get out of your mouth. Do surgery on this later tonight. Which is just me doing a haphazard job of sewing the treat back together, or the toy back together. Dear Lord. How many matches do we have this fine evening? We have this live best of 3 at first, and then I'm going to judge on where we're at. We'll see. We at least have 1 best of 3. I couldn't find a second one, and I maybe can piece things together. I don't know. As I said, today's been a long day, it feels. We'd love if you... Okay, cool. All right. No joke started playing here as this time I started right-clicking. Let's go ahead and get into game number 1. That's where I'm at, everybody. On the left-hand side, we have got the members of Party Time. We are going to be seeing Sealy Man going to be on the Rainer. Pokeflute will be on the Ana. Bishop Mist is on that Abathur. Chest Clue will be on the Muradin, and we have EKB on the Malthael. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Sky5. We're going to be seeing Apple Mike on the Dahaka. We've got Alan by default on the Deckard. Frank Jukes will be on the Falstad. Crafty Devil on the Joanna, and Frill on the Chromie. Let's go ahead and check out our level 1s and see what our first engagement looks like here. Muradin will be going into Perfect Storm at level 1. Falstad is going to be going into Seasoned Marksman. They don't have a new name for this. No, they don't. So... It's not bad. I expect this to be more, you know, into hammer gains at level 4. They could go Secret Weapon at level 7. It did get buffed a while ago, but Boomerang just has such better wave clear to build stacks a lot faster, and poke potential is really good for you as well. So I would just kind of expect it to be that, and then maybe Giant Killer at 13. And then just get like trait cooldown. I think it's at 16. I might have 16 and 13 mixed up, because I know there's 2 trait talents you can get at 13 and 16. I typically take those when I go Mage Stat to get cooldown reduction on my hammering, so that way I can throw it out more often and poke. No green screen for Bandit? Nah, he I can't. I don't have 1 enough lighting, and 2 I don't have it wouldn't be a good angle for it. Like, and he'd just be like floating in space. Like it wouldn't look good. Like I've tried and set it up. It looks awkward. He's just kind of floating there and scared. It's been great. Things have been opening up. Enjoy some food and drinks in the sun and rest. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, let's get into the game here a little bit. I'm reading a lot of Twitch chat. So we have Joanna going back. Camp in mid was grabbed from both sides. Falstad and Malthael are still 1v1ing in bottom lane. I actually saw Malthael kind of diving onto them a little bit. But they're going to start pushing into mid lane here. Ace in the hole for the Rainer, and they're going to have the camp pushing in as well. Crafty Devil going to step up and try and get a little bit of the wave clear for them, pulling in those Knolls into this front gate, so that way they can clear that out a little bit quicker and push their own into lane. I like to harp on this. This camp is really important to grab early into the game. If you can grab it at the 1 minute mark and get it and finish it out before that 1 minute 30, it'll respawn just before the objective's up and available. So then you can cycle back, grab another wave of it, and then put that in the lane, so that way you can go to the objective phase. It's much like how on Battlefield of Eternity or Infernal Shrines, you do kind of the same thing with the shaman camps up in the top lane. You grab those to put some off-lane pressure, so that way during the objective phase, the enemy team has to leave and respond to that. When they become split, that's when you have the advantage to either invade, take a fight, or invade and take the objective. Typically, it's going for the objective, and the enemy team backs off because they realize they're like, oh, we have someone in lane clearing this. We cannot 4v5 into this. Unfortunately, or you could say fortunately, depending on which side you're looking at. If it's a 4v, well, there's no technical 5v5s here on the side of Sky5, not because Falstead just died, but because, oh my god, I just said that backwards. Dang it, for party time, because they have the Abathur, and so it's cooldown dependent. If they also go Ultimate Evolution, they could go Monstrosity at level 10, which actually happened in one of my games, and the end result was, we didn't have enough people in our team fights. Like, we were winning the team fights, but then we would lose them because we had the initial fight, and then it was like, well, the overpower of that fifth person really started to help out, where our Abathur was split pushing or hatting someone. So it's one of those things that, like, it's a 4v5 in favor for Sky5 for a lot of this game. And we'll see if they're going to be able to punish that. Apple Mike is going to be putting a lot of damage onto EKB, and they will find the kill right there. And that's a good example right there. Like, the start of the fight wasn't bad. Like, start of the fight was pretty healthy. They weren't losing anyone. And then the moment they got that CC onto one, there was really nothing they could do, because if they wanted to step forward, they're stepping 4 into 5. It's difficult at that point. So that's going to be the Malthael going down. They do have Apple Mike going for the channel. But it's not like, that's not just like an ultimatum or anything either. Like, it's not just like, oh, well, it's 4v5, they're going to lose every single engagement. That's not true. Like, they can still find single target picks, and they might be trying to play away from that. Frank Jukes is going to be sitting in the slow pool over here with 41 movement speed as they try and get out. Quite the reduction going on to them, and they actually have a lot of damage from Chest Clue on to Frank Jukes. They're going to try and back out. Murden Dwarf tosses away. There's no channel for either team at the moment. 13 seconds remain on the left-hand side and 15 on the right. Falstead just gonna try and poke into mid here. I'm just looking to see what they went into. God, I can't. So it is, yeah. It's, oh, actually they went secret weapon. Okay. For a second I was like, oh, Boomerang, but Boomerang is blue in the background. So this is the old. I wouldn't say old, but this is back in HGC days, so maybe old. This is like the auto attack build for Falstad. Magestad popped up here and there, and I don't think we ever had Wingman Falstad in HGC. I don't think that existed yet. My giant bowl of popcorn is getting dangerously low already? I didn't know I was that entertaining where you just smashing popcorn into your face. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else of note just through these talents. Ruby for Decker Kane. I can talk all day about the value of Ruby. Just take it. Just take it. Decker Kane's Herodric Cube is a 10-second cooldown. Ruby's a... Excuse me. Herodric Cube is a 12-second cooldown. Ruby is a 10-second cooldown. So you essentially have it every Herodric Cube, depending on... I mean, you could technically have the Herodric Cube up before the Emerald, which is very much a viable thing depending on how the team fight is going, which this team fight is actually going to be Ana going down first. That will be a Rainer getting picked off as well. Temporal Loop going to be pulling Chest Clue back in. No Tongue Drag just yet. Still have the Herodric Cube for some slow, and they end up going down. That's going to be 3 for none, and this should be first objective over to the right-hand side. Yo, Kaleo, what's up, bud? Good to see you. Good to see you, friend. I hope you had a good Monday. Or just a good day in general. They will have 10 talents here on the right-hand side. During all of that, let's go ahead and cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. Pretty much standards when it comes to heroics. We could either see... I would expect this to be Isolation. Ooh, that's a really good gust into EKB. Unfortunately, on this map, there is a little kind of... Well, I guess, as I said, fortunately for them, there's a little side route that they can take, but Joanna kind of heads them off at the pass. Falstad throws out a hammering, gets that last... Actually, Chromie gets the last auto in right there, and they'll find another kill just as the objective spawns into lane. This is huge for the side of Sky5. Without having their Malthael and only having the Abathur into top lane, and Dahaka notoriously pushes that Abathur back and kind of mitigates a lot of the I can't think of it, the mines, toxic nests. They can clear them out with Darkstorm fairly easily because it is a decently large AoE, so they can just meander through the bushes and pop those, and even then Dahaka's own self-sustain isn't that bad, where they could take a few of those toxic nests and they really wouldn't lose too much out in their health. Or they could just, you know, pop Essence and be fine, then just clear out the wave. Because I do believe they went to the one who collects level 4, giving them more Essence from the waves that they're clearing. Malthael does come into top lane. This is Isolation for the Dahaka. Tongue Drag onto them. They're fighting within the objective, which means it was giving them increased damage. There's going to be a clone onto Malthael, but Apple Mike has that front gate, and Bishop missed while cloning the Malthael. Really won't get too much out from this. Going to get a little damage onto the tower and top. Actually, no, they get some decent siege in here. Tongue Drag, there's the, yeah. And they'll clear out that clone a little quicker. Frank Jukes might have been caught out mid, Falstad flight, but the last rites gets him in the air. I need one of those like that. That noise would have been perfect right there. It's just like the epic mount. Here it comes, and it's the last rites. I'm just really hungry and need the biggest pan to make more power. Oh, that's Faye. I don't blame you. I do not blame you whatsoever. That it's a very, very good snack. I believe that Sky5 won the draft, to be honest. You think so? I'm waiting, I feel like the late game coming out from Party Time is really strong, and I want to see what that looks like. I'm not counting them out just yet. I think that they've lost some critical fights here, but they only lost the first objective, which isn't awful. Next one's gonna be coming up in the top lane. They still have pushed back their waves. They didn't lose a structure yet. Abathur does have Mule, so we can actually see that this fort down here is going to be regaining its health, and then they can throw that into mid lane as well, and then just kind of slowly work those back during this next phase. The big thing that I think what they have to do on the side of Sky5, or excuse me, Party Time, is I think they need to play a little bit slower to give Abathur a little bit more value here. We're looking at the experience between these two teams, and it's dead set between them. I mean, we're looking at 1,000 difference maybe, and so a couple kills obviously would change that. But if they're able to lay out these objective phases, that gives Abathur time to body soak. Maltheo with the nano boost will be trying to go out right there. They did go into last right, so it's not like they've got the Tormented Souls combo. But either way. Objectives up towards the top lane. They did push them back and bottom, not wanting to continue to fight. But I just think if they give more time for Abathur to get value, that is a big factor for them. But now I'm seeing Abathur being pushed pretty far back and playing it really safe here. That will be bottom lane fort going down before Abathur can get any sort of heal onto that once again. So slowly bleeding out, but hey, it's just forts. As I said in my Sunday stream, we lose forts so that way we can open up avenues to win. That makes no sense, anybody. Don't listen to me. Day, how's it going, friend? Good to see you. Got a Kraken again today? How are you? Oh my god, Kaleo. I remember Cat Peach and I we probably played like 2 or 3 times like within like a week or so. Like we played like consistently for a little bit, and we were looking for a Kraken and couldn't get it. We were like yelling about this. Like we were like, maybe our party size is too big, maybe our party size is too small. Like we could not figure out how to get it, and we finally got, because like Cat Peach was like 1 Kraken fight away from getting some title or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I'll sail around and find that with you. Yeah, that was like, I can't believe you've got him back to back like that. And maybe they changed the spawn rate or something like that, but still, it was so frustrating. So Dahaka will clear out bottom lane. Abathur. See, this is a rough spot for Abathur's to be in, honestly. To be this far pushed back in the lane, because what I want to highlight here is going to be, look at the Locust. And I know there's things happening on the map, but I think this is a really good example for Abathur's. From the time that they spawn the Locust to the time it actually hits the wave, it's got a sliver of time left, and then it just dies. So, I don't know, it's just one of those things that, like, it's hard to play an Abathur because you want to step up and get more Locust value, but you don't want to be caught by a Dahaka who's going to tongue drag you and kill you. Because if this Dahaka gets a tongue drag, you're dead. That's it. There's no slugging out of that one unless your friendly team comes in with a Gust, but that's not your friendly team. I mean, maybe a penetrating round from Raynor might save you, or a Stormbolt from Muradin, but even then, Dahaka and Abathur are typically very far away from the teams, split soaking and putting in off-lane pressure. So I don't know, it's just one of those things, like, it's a little difficult. You can increase the timer by adding those units. That is something as to note as well. So they could have had it and increase the little bit of timer on it. They might have made it easier, but I don't know what caused them to spawn. Did I miss Team Happy Cloud? No, that's over on Murda's channel, I think. Stormbolt to the face, that's going to be a lot of damage onto the Joanna. Temporal loops onto somebody, and I can't see who. That'll be a stay a while and listen. Frank's Juice getting very low here. Tries to barrel roll out of the Hyperion, putting themselves a little too far into danger. They'll go down to the Raynor. Muradin finishes the baseline quest of the Stormbolt. They're trying to save Pokeflu, just tanking the damage as much as they can. They are in that Avatar form. Misses the Stormbolt right there. Sealy Man trying to walk their way out. Will get rooted. Penetrating around into Crafty Devil. Now looking to turn around and chase into them. Tongue drag from Dahaka connected on Chesklu, who just dwarf tosses into the enemy team, trying to find someone a little bit lower. Chromie trying to throw out some damage, does finish out once again the first time from that level 1 quest for them. And Chesklu with the Abathur hat looking to put some pressure onto Apple Mike. Frills just zoning the enemy team back. Tongue drag came out from Dahaka. Chesklu taking a bit of damage. They might have a Stormbolt for Crafty. Gonna actually dwarf toss out of that one. I think they back off for now. super potions coming in from the Decker Cane from level 13 will really be helping them out, chunk that health back up. We might actually see Bottomless Flask at level 20 for the Decker Cane. I actually picked up Bottomless Flask yesterday when I was playing this, and I would just like leave potions around. I'd be like, if I die, at least they have potions to defend around with, and that really helped out. Like Perfect Gems, yeah, it gives you an insane CDR on your Haraja Cube as well as your gems, but it's Bottomless Flask really just help out if you end up getting picked off. I do want to point out I was wrong. It's Crippling Hammer at level 16. I forgot that there was actually an upgrade for the hammering slow that people are taking. I like this auto attack build. I never go it myself just because I find that the other two are a little bit more fun, but this auto attack build can be devastating. Let's actually, I'm curious. What's Falstead's damage? 17,000 heroic damage. Not bad. Don't, wait, what? Huh? Oh, sorry, I might have started talking about the spawn for the Krakens and then just got sidetracked. That's Condemned from Crafty Devil. They get the blow up onto Malthiel. Steely Man will be temporal looped back to their original spot. That's going to be a second kill onto Raynor. They do get the clone kill right there. Chest Clue's going to try and get away. They get popped the Avatar form, going to Dwarf Toss up into this top lane, but they're realizing, this is a bad rotation for me. I'm going to be losing some health, so that'll be Apple Mike coming up here. Probably going to try and tongue drag into them, I would expect. There's the Stormbolt once again. Apple Mike losing a lot of health. Towers are going to reduce the armor of Chest Clue, and they'll end up going down to that damage. That's going to be 3 for none, and objective over to the side of Sky5. Either way, the one thing I was going to know about the whole Kraken thing for Sea of Thieves was we had always understood that the Krakens will spawn more towards open water and away from like islands and stuff, but then there's times when like I literally like get to an island and then I look out to the sea like 100 feet or like 20 meters or something away from the island. It's just like you can see the Kraken spawn just sitting there. We're like, what the hell? I remember that actually happened one time to us and we tried to sail into it and it despawned just as we got to it. Like it was just like, oh, it's so rough. Second objective of the game will be coming through, and this is going to be once again in favor for Sky5. Party time, defensive here in our game 1 of our best of 3 series. Falstead looking to push up through mid lane. I mean, Murden had some fancy jukes, but it just didn't work out for them. Definitely some fancy footwork. Falstead flies in, maybe looking for a flank gust into the enemy team. Dahaka's gonna pop Essence. There's the Falstead, gusting them. Oh, stay a while. They find a double kill. That's a triple onto the Ana as well. Objective is here and in top. Mid lane's already crashed in and got the fort right there. Abathur doing their best in bottom lane. Chest Clue gonna mount up. Gonna probably throw a Stormbolt to someone's face. Get the Thunderclap on the ground. The Abathur hat will give them a little extra damage, but they realize, you know what, I need to maybe back off, and I can see Abathur moving back into the Hall of Storms, or at least near it in the bottom lane. Top lane keep will be going down now. On Alterac Pass, it's typically fairly difficult to end the game with just one keep down due to the fact that the core health the core does still have 40 physical and spell armor, so they're going to take out a second one. For every keep, it will reduce the core health or core shielding by 20. So 60 with 3 keeps, 40 with 2, 20 with 1. Look at that caster math coming in. It's basic math skills. As mid lane keep going down, they still have objective in top and mid. They could look to end game, but I think they're going to go for the triple keep, and they'll back out after that. Everyone's just about to be back up, and I don't think they try and play this too aggressive. Crafty Devil going to be just clearing the minion wave ahead, so that way theirs pushes in, and they all leave as 5 with their 20 talents here in tow. Really well played. What's the Deckard 20 upgrade? Is it just seed? No, it's silence, right? Silence and blind, excuse me. Radiating Faith for the Johanna. Oh, ho, ho, ho. I didn't have player vision set up right there. I believe there was a Johanna Blessed Shield that was ripped immediately. There's a huge Condemn. There's a Stay a While. They get the blow up onto Murden with Chromie as well. Falstead Gust actually pushing them out of the Chromie damage, but it really doesn't matter as they do have that Piercing Sand from level 20, technically level 18, I believe, and they'll be able to go ahead and find a quad kill. I was going to say triple, but then I realized there's an Abathur, and with that, they're going to move in through bottom lane, and they're going to be going for the core with no spell or physical shielding on it. Abathur going to make the 200 IQ Mule plays. Mule will save the day, don't worry. Now they're going to be stepping up to core, and this is going to be game number 1 over to the side of Sky5. Very well played. GG's. Oop. What's up, Monkus? Well, doesn't matter now, yeah. I think like, I don't know. I'm 50-50. I feel like they might have been able to end, but I like the play that they went for, which was basically, hey, we're going to be very obvious with what we're doing, but we're not actually going to be doing the thing that you thought we were going to be doing, if that makes any sense. If I just talked in a circle, I probably did. Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was a really cool play. It was a really good bait. They must have been just like, we got to stop them from getting boss. If they get boss, they end. But the other factor to consider is they kill your entire team, they end as well. So, things to consider. Could have been heat of the moment. Could have been a shot call. The world may never know. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Some fun games tonight. Thank you, Kaleo, for the Price is Right sound. Thank you. I need to add that to my stream deck. Just respond to Paradox really quick. Okay, and we'll show talents once more. Why did they check boss if they didn't have 20? I think that was the kind of like the mental play of it was we're all back up, we're all full, they're running away, they might have gone to boss, and so they might be a little weaker out of position, so they could find a pick onto the enemy team and start to turn things around and steal boss. Like I think it was just it was like a Hail Mary play kind of thing. Yeah, like desperation is yeah. I wouldn't call it desperation, but yeah, it technically is. It was like they were like, you know what, if we have all three keeps down, we've got everyone here. If we win the boss, we've got an advantage. If we lose it, we lose. But if the boss was picked up by the enemy team, even I know that they weren't doing it because we know that, but even if the boss wasn't grabbed or the boss was grabbed, they could still push in and potentially end with that. So it's very much like we gotta go or we lose. And they went for it. And sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. This time it didn't for them. Bandit just got really comfy. Bud, you comfy? You a good boy? Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I feel like Party Time's draft was good, but for another map, especially versus that draft, I could agree with you on that. Yeah, oh, that's the wrong number. I don't think it was like a bad draft by any means. I just don't think that it really worked out for what they were dealing with. And that's basically what you said. Well, time for more popcorn. Perfect time. Can't be Desperation White Man wasn't played. You know, that joke popped in my head and I was like, I'm not smart enough to piece this together. Thank you, Ghost Bear, for crafting that. I just I don't know. I think it could have worked. It just got shut down every single team fight. Like Chromie Falstead had so much poke. Decker Kane, like what was Decker Kane's healing? 58,000. 58,000 healing from Decker Kane in 17 minutes. That's really good. By the way, my girlfriend got permission to adopt a new kitten. Hell yeah! By the way, my girlfriend butted permission to adopt a butt kitten. Kaleo must be the breeder for all of those, right? The butt kittens? Is that what Kaleo does? Edits videos and is the clip master? As well as the kitten butt king. I don't know. We're just waiting on a lobby really quickly from these players. Let's see. Do I have any of them added? I do have Frank Jukes added, so I can just watch for when they get in the lobby. How's everyone doing on their Monday? Everyone else having a little baby Monday? Here. Maybe not everyone got to see this at the start of stream. This is us today. This is us. We're just baby Mondays. Hold on, can we potentially? Oh no, I just have to do this. Hold on. There we go. This is me today. That's it. This is Bahamut. Little baby Mondays. While we're waiting for lobby, I can tell you my little story. For a gift from my parents one year, I decided to take all of our old home movies, which are on like they're not VHSs, they're like smaller. They're almost like they're like these like different size cassette tapes. But then there's a special VHS tape that you can get, which you put these inside of. So it's a tape that goes inside of a tape that you can play inside your VCR. and I got one of those, like, I basically just got like a VCR to HDMI cable, or like RCA to HDMI, I think is the correct term. And I burned those all to like a DVD, and I gave them to my mom. But like I was playing games, and I just had it like on the other screen, and I saw this, and I was laughing so hard because I was like, yeah, little baby Mondays. It's it's been a running joke with some of my friends. All right, we got a map. I see it's going to be that. Let me go ahead and update some of our information really quick. So we have Sky5, so this will be first pick to them, map pick to them. Interesting. Interesting, okay. I guess you had to rewind them first with a pencil. No. These ones, like, it wasn't like a cassette, like that, those kind of cassettes. Like it was a little bit bigger. Like it was probably the size of like your old like tape deck cassettes, and then that fit inside of like a regular size VHS thing. It was really weird. But that's just what my dad used to film my brother and I when we were kids, when we moved to the United States, or well, when they moved to the United States. Is that it, KPB? Is it VHS-C? Is that legit what it's called? I don't know, it was cool. It was cool. I got to see a bunch of, you know, baby Bahamut. I follow 4 people on Twitch with the word cat or cat in their name, so I'm pinning the butt kittens on them. We got all the readies here, all my stuff set up, so we'll be ready to go here in just a second. Oh, they pushed go. Someone put born, and I was going to say to be wild. But let's go ahead and get on into game number 2. Welcome back, everyone, to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. We find ourselves here in game 2 of our best of 3 series on Volskaya Foundry with Party Time on the left and Sky5 on the right. And if you're sitting at home wondering how we got to Volskaya, I got you covered, friends. Home team this evening is going to be the members of Party Time. They won the coin flip, opting for first pick for game number 1. They banned out Cursed Hollow and Towers of Doom. Braxis Holdout and Dragon Show were banned out by the members of Sky5. Sky5 took us to Alterac Pass for game number 1, and they won that. The members of Party Time can either choose first pick or map pick for game number 2. They opted for map pick for game 2, choosing to take us to Volskaya Foundry. Let's get back to our draft and find out what we've got thus far for game number 2 here. No bans that yet, actually. I wonder. Nah, it's going to be Mephisto still. I also explained how the Krakens work up there if you're interested. Oh, wait, really? Did I miss that? Oh. If there's an active skeleton for... Oh, skull shit. Oh my god, there's so many factors that go into that. Yeah, VHS-C. Holy crap, that's exactly it. That's exactly what I remember using. KPB, how do you know this, like, offhand? I don't know, I feel like it's just one of those things, like, maybe it's just like those random bits of knowledge that you just have. You're just like, yeah, it's that one thing, like, I know what it is. Chromie to be banned out. They're going to respect that Chromie from game 1. Zool will be gotten rid of as well from the side of Sky5. What are we getting rid of here? I'm trying to remember the last game. Deckard King was actually kind of annoying. They could get rid of Deckard. Especially on a map where everyone's going to be grouping up. Oh, it'll be Joanna, actually. Okay. The Joanna was strong in that game. Absolutely. Blessed Shields were good setups. Condemns were just controlling and annoying. The draft music, yeah. What's the stuff about Krakens? Oh, Kaleo was playing Sea of Thieves, and I used to play Sea of Thieves like a ton. And then I started focusing more on casting and partnership and stuff like that, so I wasn't playing as much. Also, because I started not having as much time because other things. I'm old enough, I remember it. Okay, all right, fair. Alarak will be grabbed on the left-hand side. That was a target ban in the last game before we even got into the first couple picks, so I wonder if this will be Bishop Mist being able to get on something very, very comfortable, or if it doesn't matter at all for the side of Sky5. ETC will be grabbed as well with that Alarak. On the right-hand side, we have Li Ming. Decker Kane once again. I can talk about Decker Kane's viability and power for hours at this point, but just know that, in my opinion, he's top-tier healer, and we will be having a Vala as well. We don't see Vala too often, just because like Greymane's often considered over her, or Raynor, but her multi-shot's really good. Rain of Vengeance, a good talent as well. A really good heroic. Spinny shooty shot, or strafe as some people like to call it. It's got DPS, but like you do have the Rain of Vengeance to potentially knock ETC out of a mosh. You've got a Wave of Force from Li Ming to knock ETC out of a mosh. Mal'Ganis to be gotten rid of. Actually, that was a really good ban as well, just because he would give more setup for the Decker Kane Li Ming combo. TLDR, Krakens share an event with Skeleton Forts and Fleets. There can't be more than one active at the same time. Yeah, I feel like I remember Cat Peach saying something about that. Or we had to be like away from one. There was like she knew some specifics that I was just like I'm just here to get drunk and eat Cheetos and play Sea of Thieves, which is most of the time what I did. I'd drink a lot of beer and then eat a bunch of Cheetos. that was oh, honest to God, that was so much fun. So ETC Alarak, Ana's up and available if they want to go Ana with the Alarak. Nano boosted Alarak's a little terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. And ooh, oh, and then a Jimmy, that's not bad either. They'll just need a solo lane, which I actually really like the way they drafted here, because it gives them opportunity to be able to see what the enemy team's gonna pick for their solo, and then they can kind of counter it. Yo, Ta, how's it going, bud? Good to see you, friend. I hope you're doing well on this Monday. Main tank-wise, like, Garrosh would actually be a pretty big threat, because ETC is to power slide it, and Alarak likes to step up. Oh, and then a Thrall for solo, so they have a little bit of that mixed, you know, range poke, melee damage. They're gonna go Deathwing into that. I don't know how Thrall does into Deathwing, honestly. I'm not sure. You could go Monotide, because that does deal percent-based damage off of your, or no, is it percent-based damage or is it percent-based healing? Chat knows the answer. Spinny shooty shot equals please CC and delete me. They gotta get to him first. How you doing, Looney Tune? If you complete the fort or fleet, it despawns, then you'll probably be able to Kraken shortly after that as it happening. Oh, ooh. Just the right wrong place, yeah. It really depends on what's in your stashes. If you have good like armaments and stuff like that on your ship, you don't have to worry about a Kraken. If you don't, and you have all of your gold and stuff and you're trying to go sell, it's a panic attack. And you just have to try and live through it until it despawns on you. Either way, let's go ahead and get into game number 2 on Volskaya Foundry here in just a second. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thanks for being here. Sorry for the lack of energy this evening. Monday's really taking a lot out of me. The world's taking a lot out of me, so there's that. It helps keep your hatred stacks up, though. Deathwing Pog? Yeah, I agree. I'm excited for this one. Let's get into game number 2. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Party Time. We've got Poke Flute going to be on the Ana, Chest Clue will be on the ETC, Schumann is going to be on the Raynor, Bishop Miss will be on the Alarak, and EKB is going to be on the Deathwing. New member going to be coming in here for us on the side of Party Time. On the right-hand side, we've got Sky5. They're going to try and close this out in 2-0 fashion. Frank Jukes on the Vala, Crafty Devil on the Garrosh, Frill will be on the Li Ming. Alan by default, I believe, will be on that Deckard Kane, and in the bottom lane, we've got Apple Mike on the Thrall. Let's go ahead and check out our level 1s and get into mid lane for our first engagement. Let's see. I'm just trying to see level 1s for these players. We do have Force Armor for Li Ming. Speller Armor into the amount of spell power they have, not a bad idea. It's also panic when you get off the ship and you're running solo. Oh yeah, I can imagine. I can't play that game solo. I get too nervous. Or if I did, I would have to just not take it seriously the entire time. Like I would just have to be there just to meme and stuff. All right, let's take a peek at our bottom lane matchup. I want to look at this Thrall into Deathwing. So Thrall did go Echo the Elements at level 1. which is pretty much the standard that we do see a lot of Thrall players go into. There's been this Rolling Thunder resurgence as of late. I've been seeing a lot more Thralls going into that in the solo kind of brawly positioning, but we'll have to see. I was curious to see if we would have gotten that, because I don't remember what the healing was, if it was percent-based healing, or if you're doing percent-based damage and getting some healing back. I couldn't remember the specific verbiage of it, but either way, I honestly think like that one's slowly becoming a lot more competitive. Crash Lightning, I mean, we have an emote for it on this channel, and that's what I think about it. It was really funny because I was actually casting. I want to say it was CCL last week, and I said Trash Lightning, and I didn't say it again. I only said it once in the entire conversation, and the next time I said Crash Lightning, and I looked over at chat, and someone was like, "I swear to God, I heard Trash Lightning." So, it was really funny because like 1 or 2 people actually like heard it, but then they were like, "Wait a minute, did he say it?" Sorry. Anyways, we have our top to mid rotations continuing. We do have an invade onto this camp from Deathwing, but they realize, you know, it's not really worthwhile. I'm just gonna go ahead and back off as Apple Mike will get some free damage into them, chasing them out as they do get the Incinerate AoE just to kind of zone them back. First objective will be up in about a minute. Level 4s will be in favor for party time first, so a little bit in the experience department, a little bit faster coming in for them. They do already have their fortification camp, so a little bit quicker onto that one. No one going for the body committer just yet. They do split the Rainer off to grab the siege camp for the left-hand side. Going to continue to soak in here on the right. Trash Lightning? Yes, there you go. KPB and Lingeria, no. Chaz, oh, feels. What do you mean? What do you mean feels, Rain Man?
Designed our trigger protectors for combat in the Nexus.
I think I misheard it sometimes. Then I could swear you said it at least 2 times back to back. I might have said it back to back. I honestly don't remember. I know I said it at least once, just to see if anyone in chat would catch me. Anyways, all right. Memes aside, let's continue to cast our game here. As we do have a Deathwing in bottom lane. Apple Mike is just going to be freezing the wave, just trying not really to step into the Deathwing. Also going to be holding out so that way they can use that Chain Lightning to get those stacks of the Echo, the elements from level 1. We do have Alan by default and Frank Jukes grabbing this camp over here. Not like late by any means. They grab it just as the objective comes up, but the objective is, at least the first one, takes a little bit of time. So grabbing this a little bit later, pushes it into the lane later. But this is the issue now. Like it's in the lane later, so it's now kind of on the defensive side rather than the sieging side. We'll see what happens with that one. We'll take a peek at that here and there. Li Ming actually will be showing in top lane. Clearing this out. This is the vision for EKB on the blue side, so they know this. They're like, all right, cool. We can see that there's 2. Gonna go ahead and take flight. No one's on this point, so they're gonna lose channel point. They're gonna channel points. They're gonna lose channel priority, and now it's contested. So if Garrosh steps on it, they can't get any channel whatsoever because no one is the quote-unquote owner or whatever you want to call for this. Alarak needs the telekinesis just to push them back. Did go into show of force at level 4, trying to build up the stacks with hitting all 3 of their abilities: the Discord Strike, the telekinesis, and the extended lightning. Or the lightning surge? Hold on, I'm curious. Let's learn together, team. Lightning surge, yeah, I had it right. If you hit all 3 of those within like 2 seconds or something like that, you're able to get 2% up to 20, so if you can do 10 of those. They also did go into applied force at level 7, so they reduced their sadism by 10, but they get quite a few benefits on their telekinesis, range, and as well as the pull distance or something like that. It's like AoE size and the pull distance. Either way, we have a fight starting to break out. EKB taking a lot of damage. They're all continuing to put the damage into them as they did go into follow through at level 4, excuse me, at 7, but still just the other damage coming out from the rest of the team was enough to just shred right through them. They actually tossed Bishop Mist into the fray, and that will be a reset for Li Ming. That toss in gave away whatever sadism that Alarak currently had, and I believe they were somewhere in like the 98, maybe 100 range, so still 10 sadism will be lost, and they're going to be back down to 90. Controls still in favor for Sky5 as they are looking for the first objective, and this will be Li Ming and Decker Kane with the help of Valo grabbing the Biotic Emitter camp just to be able to take this off the map and also have some extra healing in their pocket. Overtime's here. little bit of poke. Deathwing with the Cataclysm coming through. Gets into the backline, looking to try and step on one of these players. Decker Kane, Haradra Cube with the Ruby, so you're seeing that extra potions on the ground. The floor juice, if you're watching my Sunday stream, as I was screaming consistently. Garrosh was trying to step up onto Schumann to get the toss. Isn't able to do so, but Bishop Mist will be the new target. They throw them in. There's a Fortification Camp putting damage out onto Crafty Devil. Deathwing does fall just below us to the Thrall, and they now re-step onto this point with the members, or with the rest of the team of Sky5, and with Deathwing down, they're going to say this is going over to the enemy team. Garrosh does have 12 out of the 15 stacks on that Warbreaker from level 1, 9 out of the 20, if I'm not mistaken, on the Puncturing Arrow, and 18 out of the 20 when it comes to the proc rock for the ETC. Let's go ahead and cycle through those other numbers, get an idea of what those look like, because we haven't had a chance to look at those just yet. Deadwing? Oof. Oof. 10 talent here comes through, though. What do we get here? Rain of Vengeance. I mean, it's just a lot of mosh pit interrupts and stuff. I'm assuming Wave of Force from Leeming. I don't think she goes Disintegrate here. Repulsion at level 20 can be disgusting with a really, really good Leeming player. Being able to pull someone kind of forward with said Repulsion. But they're going to hold. They're going to wait and see what ETC goes for and then make their decision off of that. Triglot Protector with like 4% health, 20-some seconds on it. Chest Clue trying to just throw a little bit of damage here and there. Does get rooted for a second, I think. Rocket Glove comes out. But I think they give this over and they're going to walk away. Garrosh just wants to be in the mech for a little bit longer. I mean, it gives them some wave clear. You know, you can use the Rocket Glove, gives you insta wave clear. Either way, first objective in favor for Sky5. Party time? Not out of this just yet. They got their 10s as well. Deadly Charge for the Alarak. No Counter-Strike, huh? Interesting. Not what I was expecting, honestly. Yeah, because usually, like, Deadly Charge is picked up at 20, and you see, like, the YouTube plays at 20, but maybe they're, you know, they're going to get nano boosted, they're going to Deadly Charge in, they're going to drop their combo, and they're going to win the team fight. It's possible. It's definitely possible. We'll see if that'll be the case. That's what I'm expecting them to do. Like, that's the combo that I'm piecing together in my brain. So second objective, I believe we still got a little bit of time before this is even announced. So until then, it's just going to be getting level 13, because we typically see a lot of teams in that 13 talent tier range right around the next objective phase. Biotic Emitter is up and available. Both these teams do have 12s. Is there a fight over this? Bishop loves the Deadly Charge. Okay. Oh, we have a little bit of a pause. Let's go ahead and bring it back to Bandit and I, and let's figure out what these what's happening. What's happening? Then whenever I type Deadly Charge, the only thing that it does... I just like, the only thing that dies is just me. Yes, I love that. That's like me playing like Kel'Thuzad or anything. It's just like, oh man, I'm gonna get the sickest combos, and then I just push all the buttons and I just miss every skill shot. And no one dies. And somehow I end up dying. How we doing though? How's everyone's day? We holding up? So we'll just talk about this while we're kind of in a pause. Stream schedule. I don't think we're gonna stream tomorrow. It's still up in the air for me right now. I'm not 100% sure. Just because I'm feeling very taxed. I'll be blunt on it. So I might take tomorrow off just to rest up a little bit more. Wednesday we're gonna have CCL. That's gonna be 2 best of 3s. It's gonna be the top 2 versus the bottom 2. It'll be our 2-0s versus our 0-2, or the 2-0s go up against the 2-0s and the 0-2s go up against the 0-2s. And it's not like we purposely did it that way. Like, it literally just ended up being this way, the way that it went from week 1 and week 2. So that'll be this Wednesday. Thursday, I've got 2 best of 3s for NGS. We'll have Gilly Sharks versus, oh god, I'm an awful caster. Bahamut, my casts. We will be having Gilly Sharks versus Team Happy Cloud, and that'll be Thursday at 6 o'clock PDT. And after that, at 7:45 PDT, we'll have Avalanche versus Abba Murky Cult and LB Division B West. So we got 2 best of 3s on Thursday. Friday, no stream as per usual. Saturday should be Jinxie Cat stream. We didn't do this week just because we were getting some D&D stuff organized for the upcoming weeks. So we just wanted to make sure that Jinxie has much time to prep for the storyline that she wants to run for us and just kind of give her some feedback. So that'll be that. And then Sunday, Caster plays. I don't know what, but we'll play something. I might take a break from HOTS and just like play something casual. We might play Storm League again. I don't know. Sunday streams have just been kind of like whatever I'm feeling. Last Sunday I was feeling Heroes and we won. Like we won pretty good yesterday. Yesterday was a really fun stream. Like I'm usually a little like tired and I'm like, all right, cool, stream's done. Like let's just like relax or whatever. Like I was done with stream yesterday. And I was like amped. Like I was pumped. It was a really fun stream and thanks for cheering me on, everybody. So yeah, that's roughly the stream schedule for this week. We're waiting for anyone wondering. We're waiting for a player to get back in to a game. They had some lag. Get Maneater. I don't know. Like Maneater is one of those games that I think it's for me. It's like more fun to watch. Like I like watching Totski play Maneater. Like I'm sure it's a really fun game and I would enjoy it. But I don't know. Like it's one that I would rather watch than play, if that makes any sense. Like there's a lot of games like that. Either way, we are back into our game. The game is epic. Yeah, no, I agree. Mosh pit coming out. It was interrupted immediately. I saw something in chat that I wanted to giggle at, but then I heard the mosh pit go off. I was like, wait, the game's happening. Hyperion's still coming through. Deathwing did Cataclysm in. Crafty Devil taking a lot of damage. Thrall the first one to go down. That's Deathwing going down. Traded out the Vala as well. Frill looking for the turnaround combo but doesn't find it, and they end up getting a 2-for-1 in favor for the members of Party Time. You got it earlier today? Yeah. Who DC'd? I don't know. Someone DC'd or something like that. They didn't really specify. They were all of a sudden they weren't ready and then they were ready. I don't have ref in this game. I forgot to ask for it, so I couldn't ask like the reasoning because they usually ask like just out of curiosity. But they didn't really say. They just kind of said like sorry, and then they said that they were ready. Is it a coincidence that the acronym for Team Happy Cloud is THC? I don't know what you're talking about. They're just a Team Happy Cloud. Biotic Committer MVP? Absolutely. Alright, Alarak's gonna mount up. We do see bottom lane is going to be still Thrall and Deathwing brawling out down there. And control point for top lane will be opening up in a few seconds. It is going to be 13s up on both sides. They did actually pull ahead in the experience because of those few kills they just got. Late game experience is really big in this game. Like, what were those kills? I'm just curious right now. 2 to 4 in kills, and there's roughly like 1,000 between them. I don't know, it's just less than 1,000. Frank Jukes is going to be on the point. They do step on us. They grab the fortification camp, and that's a whole lot of damage. That ETC existed and then didn't. Schumann taking one huge orb to the back and is going to be not falling, but very low. Bishop Mist is trying to work their way out. Sundering comes out. Poke Flute is now split from the team. Unfortunately, I think they had 2 different targets in mind, and they were able to get away from their frills. Now back over here chasing in. Doesn't throw a combo out. Maybe looking for... No, they're going to go for the fortification camp. Nothing about the name Team Happy Cloud is a coincidence. They just ride. They're the teams. They're the team that rides the happy clouds. I don't see what's weird about this, chat. They named their team after their mounts. I mean, there's Duraton's couch. I don't know where I'm going with this anyways. Objective is going to be over to the side of Sky5. We actually will be seeing 16 talent here coming in fairly soon. The camp on the right-hand side will be grabbed. They're all still soaking in bottom. They are showing inside bottom lane, I believe. I might have just missed it because they yeah, so they'll actually show mid lane in a second. So you see the Thrall. So they know that this is a 4v5 in their favor on the side of Party Time. Do they decide to make the party happen? Alarak tries to pull in the Garrosh, but doesn't manage to get anything with that one. 16's about to be hit, so Deathwing's like, all right, I have to go probably do something in this mid lane as well. Thrall will get that 16 for their team. ETC is on the point getting some channel. Oh, is there a flank coming into this? I told Totski Maneater's just Sea of Thieves from the Megalodon. Maybe. I think Maneater's such an awesome game. Like, I've just been watching Totski play it when she does on Fridays. Like, I look forward to that. I'm just like, Is it Friday? Yes. Is it Tatsuki's Variety Day? Yes. Is it 3 o'clock? Time to watch her be a giant shark. Speaking of, go watch Tatsuki's stream. If you're not, I don't know what you're doing with your life. It's also her birthday tomorrow, so go over to her stream tomorrow and wish her happy birthday. Mark your calendars. 3 o'clock PDT, 6 o'clock EDT. I believe that's her start time. I think she's doing viewer games. It's her birthday. Go say hi. Anyways, we have a lot of damage onto the Thrall. They're gonna try and make it out alive. They drop the Sunder just as they go down. They do lose their lightning, excuse me, their Thunderstorm stacks right there, as we do not find any sort of counter kill just yet. Deathwing does get a lot of damage out, but they themselves have taken quite a bit. Li Ming with that max range orb coming out. She is glass cannon to note. Gonna just try and throw that artillery out there. Chest Clue is gonna get separated from the team. Li Ming finds a single target damage onto Schumann. There's going to be a reset for Li Ming as they chase in further. They're looking for another one. Bishop Mist will be able to sidestep that damage. Frill's getting a little bit low. The Skyfall coming out from Deathwing trying to poke at them. There's going to be a Groundbreaker. Don't even need the Warlord's Challenge or a toss. Did they? Wait, hold on. Did they have Warlords? No. I think they like used it right beforehand or something, and they might have missed it. I feel like I didn't hear it go off, but it was like 30-some seconds at the point. Anyways, they will be able to get second Triglaw Protector of the game, and they're going to run this in through top lane. Thank you, Kalia, for shouting out Tatsuki. Seriously, everyone in chat, click on her Twitch channel and hit follow. I'm serious. It's her birthday tomorrow. Go support her. She's a sweet, sweet woman. I think she's going to be like... I don't know. I have no like meme jokes about age. Like usually like with my mom and my aunt, I'm like, I call them like, you're 36 today. They're like, you're so cute. And I'm like, no, Tatsuki's just sweet. We'll just leave it at that. 17's up on both sides. EKB taking damage as they move this Triglaw Protector in through bottom lane. Gonna be trying to open up and take out the well. I was gonna say fortification camp. I don't know why. They do get the front gate of this, so I think they'll back out though. They can't really sustain the push into that tower with all the damage around them. They would just end up losing the Triglaw Protector and probably the Vala immediately afterwards. So they'll have a couple members poke at them down in this bottom lane. Thrall just going to try and get the dismounts as they move the Triglaw Protector into mid and just trying to open up that lane for themselves further as they'll get the periodic catapult pressure as well as passive experience gain. This should be an easy fort for them. Vala is still... not on an awful spot, but she's just, it's awkward, so they're going to go ahead and just back that out right there as they get a big old blow up onto Raynor. They go flying across the map. That's going to be a rocket glove onto the fort, and they do find a second fort in this game.
Red team has destroyed the fort.
Wait, who's 30? No, sorry, I was making a joke. I was saying that whenever I call them like my parents, like my aunt or my mom, or my family in general, since they're older, instead of saying like happy 60th or 80th, I say you're 36, right? That's my witty humor to my family. Camp was grabbed on the right-hand side. Frill gonna be throwing some damage into bottom lane. ETC just gonna eat that damage so that way the fort doesn't take it. But they can't take too much because they're already about half health. And so they realize they're like, oh, I can't sit here and just tank all this damage. Meanwhile, the fortification camp, biotic emitter will be grabbed in the top lane. Crafty Devil should be able to, yeah, they'll be able to carry that around with them with the friendly team. Oh my god. Oh, it's fine. Yeah. I don't know. It's. I mean, like, I don't want to remind my parents that what their age is, so I just tell them that they're young because they act like it. Like, they'll come out here and they'll ski from first chair to last chair, and they'll do 18,000 vertical, which is a lot. That's a lot for two people 60 and up. Like, they tear it up. Like, I told my neighbors who have lived up here for 15 plus years that, like, yeah, they'll average 18K a day, like, vertical, and they're like, seriously, your parents? Like, what the hell? All right, we have 20 up on the right-hand side. They're going to be looking to step into the enemy team, I think, with that, or maybe find a single target pick onto Deathwing. Or go for the fort and bottom lane. It's one of those three. I think they're just gonna go for the fort and bottom lane, or at least they're gonna say we're gonna take the fort and bottom lane. You can either come down here and defend it without 20 talent tier, or you can let us have that. It's gonna be the defensive posture though. Raynor is showing in top lane, so they know this is a 4v5 in their favor. You can actually jump over the vision here right on the right hand side, so they can see Raynor on the minimap in this top lane. They've got a wave coming in. Vala's accidentally gonna hit chest clue right there, so they're gonna be tanked or targeted by the tower. Thrall poking in, Li Ming as well. As I said in the draft, they've got a lot of good poke on the right hand side. And even for structures, that's great poke. Raynor's just rotating around trying to find 20 as quickly as possible for the friendly team. 20k steps? No. Vertical feet. So when you ski down the hill, like you can track it manually with an application, or you can just go through Vale's Epic Mix application, where so basically like all the lift chairs have like a little like RFI reader, I think it is. No, not RFI. The chip thingy that when you go it tags you. So like if I get on Sky Chair and then I end up at Canyon, it will average what descent I should have taken, and it gives you an average, and then it totals it out for the day. So like you can look at your phone or the Epic Mix app and be like, oh cool, I did 11,000 verticals. So that was my descent. I skied 11,000 feet vertically. Downward. I threw myself down the mountain at 11k. Does that make... trying to words here. It's not working out today. Bottom lane fort. It's going to be going down. Wait. Not yet, actually. I thought someone was going to throw some stray damage. We only have like 1,140 health on that. They still have the channel in their favor on the right-hand side. This will be 20s up on both as well. Alarak did go into... What is that? Last laugh? No, Honest Hasty Bargain. That's what it is. I forgot exactly what Hasty Bargain did, and then I read through it. I was like, oh yeah, this could be punishing, but it also could be insanely powerful. Looks like Channel's gonna go over to the left-hand side. They're gonna stop that at 66%. Warlord's Challenge. That's a wave of force. That repulsion value I just was talking about. That Rainer went from right out way far from Li Ming to just about next to them. Alarak gonna get a combo out right there. Apple Mike just walking into the damage, just gonna poke at them with the Chain Lightning. Vala's back on the point as well, making sure they have the Triglav Protector going over in their favor on the side of Sky5. RFID, that's what it is. Mom does like 20k cleaning hospital. Oh my god. What are you supposed to average a day? Like 10k or something like that? You're supposed to average like a certain amount a day. That feels like double. Like 20 sounds like a lot. Shout out to your mom for doing that though. Bless her. Triglav Protector through bottom lane. They're going to be trying to open this up and potentially end game. They do have Rainer coming back in the next 9 seconds. They've got Hyperion as a really good disengage tool. Deathwing does have Cataclysm up. They actually went for the upgrade at level 20 as well. So there's going to be a slow as well as the duration increase on it. So there's going to be the Cataclysm coming over. Unfortunately, the Triglav Protector won't be affected by the slow, but still the damage over time on it, or the burning on the ground, will be beneficial. Incinerate coming out. The Triglav Protector is still fairly healthy here. Still above 50%, actually. It just dropped below. Hyperion going to be shredding into this. The Keep is losing quite a bit of its health as Thrall's going to be poking out that Thunderstorm at 4 out of the 5 stacks on that one. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to get the Triglav Protector into that Keep, and that will be a really good defense coming out from the side of Party Time. Whew. Just some damage backwards. They don't find a kill, but they get a couple members low, and they're like, well, maybe do we just turn around and take this? Rocket Glove gives you insta wave clear, if you never knew, by the way. Gonna use Skyfall to get some damage on this Triglav Protector. 3%. Can they just throw out some abilities from a distance? Li Ming finds a combo between everybody. I mean, a face melt might be enough. Like, they don't need a whole lot of damage on this Triglav Protector. There's gonna be Rainer finishes that out. Deathwing does land back down with full armor and health. Little poke from the Thrall. They do finish out the Thunderstorm from level 16, which I forget the benefits off the top of my head. Just damage. Just damage. Damage and damage and damage. Been working overtime since the quarantine. Oh, bless her for doing that. Like I was bitching about working four 50-hour weeks, and people are still on like multi-weeks of overtime. Huge Warlord challenge, tossing everything. That'll be ETC going down. Piercing Arrow, excuse me, Monster Hunter, I believe is the name of it, is Puncturing Arrow, my god, was going to be finished out during that fight. Sundering from the Thrall actually will catch 2. Deathwing with a Cataclysm across a few members right there. There's the slows you can see. Gets a huge, oh my god, Deadly Charge is going to be popping off. Alarak finds a double kill as they step in. Li Ming, and they find the little last bit of pepper from Jimmy onto that Garrosh. Thrall was actually behind Bishop Mist, and okay, they're going to be able to get away from here maybe. Oh, they pop the Hasty Bargain. They don't find the secondary, or the 4th kill. Decker Kane's gonna be able to get out of there as well. That turnaround from Deadly Charge, woo-wee! And Deathwing cooks some butts right at the end of that. Time to get on my happy cloud, wink. Oh, train wreck. So support camp to be grabbed. Deathwing going to be working its way back towards the friendly team. Looks like we're going to be having bottom lane cleared out. We got 10 seconds on average for 3 players. Next Trigger Protector will be center, and it's going to be control point A. I mean, that was some good sadism pickup for that Alarak. If they can make that happen again, they might be looking at the 4th Trigger Protector of the game, and that hurts. They might be able to go through a fort and a keep with that one. I thought that was gonna end sideways for party time. I kind of did too when I saw the Alarak deadly charge in, but then I saw the insta double kill. I was like, they got this, and then some. All right, so Li Ming is gonna be back in bottom lane, just gonna be clearing things out. Mid lane is a little bit of poke. Thrall working on those thunderstorm stacks again. Oh, Li Ming narrowly missing that combo. It's just shy of the of one player. Ooh, Groundbreaker. No, they don't step any further. Hasty bargain means the longer the game goes, the lower the damage Alarak does. It's not a talent to pick it when you're behind in structures. But if you make the YouTube plays and you get the Trigla Protector, you don't need Sadism to win the game. You got a Trigla Protector. I see what you mean, though. Because you're basically reducing your Sadism permanently. But I will say this. What, a kill gives you 3? So if you get 2 kills, you're getting 2 Sadism, so it's not that great. But you're technically going up... it's hard to argue one way or the other. Honest to God. I was actually expecting, like, Last Laugh or Honest to God Counter-Strike. Like, one of those, like, I was expecting one of those two. I wasn't expecting Hasty Bargain coming out from the Alarak, but either way, they throw in some damage from Li Ming. Bottom lane keep is still up, but just very low. I actually don't know what the health is at off the top of my head. Little Earth Shatter from Deathwing. Li Ming throwing in a combo, taking about half health. They do have a bot emitter. They're going to drop their turret. Li Ming just destroying that almost instantaneously. They actually get rid of it with the help of Thrall and Garrosh. Indomita's gonna be popped. That's gonna be Warlord's challenge. They are locking down Alarak, trying to burn them down. It doesn't seem to be going out immediately. There's a wave of force to knock out the ETC mosh, but that will be a Cataclysm cleaning up the oh no, Decker Kane can't pick up the biotic emitter for some reason. They end up going down. Deathwing gets traded out. Oh my god, Decker Kane for some reason couldn't pick up the... I wonder if it was because it was the lava burst. Like, I wonder if it was because they were taking damage consistently. They weren't able to get the channel because they were being interrupted. I wonder if that was like, because Decker King was standing there and I think they were going for it, they just died to so much lava burst sustained damage. That was wild. Kills for Sadism has a maximum. That is true. That is true. You can run out of 30% sadism. You're not wrong on that. They will be at 82 sadism at this point, though. I believe that's their lowest, right? They might actually have a little bit on their sadism from right before they... No, that would make no sense. I was thinking, I was like, maybe it's like Kael'thas when they do, like they get a flame strike on the ground right before they die in their convection Kael'thas. That's a Hyperion, but they do get the Trigla Protector here. The bar is so... The health pool is so big that you can't actually see the little black bars. 40,000 health on this Trigla Protector, slapping for 632 in auto. We've got both teams back up, 5v5. Trigla Protector clapping through mid lane. Deathwing is up above with the Skyfall. Mid lane fort goes down. Li Ming throwing out a combo is going to get some decent damage on it. The 70-some% on the Trigla Protector and falling. Deathwing comes in here. They're going to go ahead and use... they're going to be in the... World Breaker? No, I think they're in Destroyer form. I'm looking to see what their abilities are. If they lunge, then it's Destroyer. If they Earth Shatter, it's World Destroyer. Either way, World Ender, Breaker. Cataclysm through. Trigla Protector coming in through mid lane. That's going to be a lot of damage. ETC blinks forward. There's no mosh pit, unfortunately. It's on a couple second cooldown. Cataclysm through, and that is going to be ETC getting picked off. Deathwing is going to be trying to cook the core. The Trigla Protector's falling. It's going to be Deathwing falling as well. Trigla Protector goes down. There's 3 left. That's a Warlord's challenge on to 1. They find the combo. Decker Kane, stay a while and listen, is going to catch the foot of Raynor, and they find 4 kills in the core defense. They get themselves the biotic emitter, and they're going to rush through bottom lane potentially here and take game number 2. tapping some wells. They chase in further. Bishop misses, the only one left for this defense. Well, actually, excuse me, I didn't even realize. Sorry, I missed this. Top lane keep is already down. I was looking at bottom lane. I was like, all right, they don't, you know, this is no health. Blah 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 blah. No, I forget that top lane's already down. They rushed through top, and they should be able to take this. This is a really good call. For anyone watching who's like, I don't know when to end a game sometimes, this right here is a very, very, very good example of you can run across the map, you don't have anything to go through, just end the game. You've got a lot of good damage between Vala Thrall, you've got Li Ming in there as well. They're going to go for the Alarak, they're going to try and push themselves out. Li Ming finds a stray magic missile, and they'll find it all 5 members before the game goes down. That'll be Sky5 taking the series 2-0. GG. Well played. Wow. Not how I was expecting it to end, team. I thought we were going to a game 3. 100. Decker Kane was in the middle of the Hyperion. It interrupted his channel. He was also in the middle of the lava burst too, which I think it was just like a combination of just sustain, like the constant damage of both of those. What a good game, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get an interview really quickly. Bum 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 bum. Hey, Jinxie. Thanks for coming by. All right, we're gonna get someone in here in just a second. We'll do a interview with the winning player from the winning team. Boop. Boop, ba-doop. All right, at this time we're gonna be joined by Alan by default. Congratulations on your 2-0 victory. How you feeling?
Feeling good. Feeling good. Pretty good, man.
That was, honest to God, like a really strong series. So let's jump to game number 2 before we get into game number 1. The core call at the end. This Alarak starts to make these YouTube plays and starts to kind of get these consistent kills into your team.
Yeah.
What are comms like, and how are you strategizing on how to bring it back, or are you just kind of playing by the moment, if that makes any sense?
Well, with Alarak, it's a little bit unpredictable. As a healer, personally, you don't know who's going to pull or who's going to go attack. So for me, it's kind of like on the moment, try and adjust. The comms are pretty crazy with the Alarak, especially when he got wiped out with that crazy level 20 thing he took. That's what it's called.
Hasty bargain.
But yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty crazy. So the core call at the end just said don't stack, just stay separated and stay calm and focus core.
Do you think, as you played Deckard in both these games, if I'm not mistaken, do you think Deckard Kane's busted? I do. Ruby.
I plead the fifth on that. I don't want to say anything that might.
Okay.
Good.
I'll just say this. Your healing in both the games was outstanding. And if no one's playing Deckard Kane, you should play Deckard Kane and figure him out, because he's in a really good spot, in my opinion.
He's really good, yeah.
Game number 1, I wanted to ask you this. Did you expect the game-winning play where you all went to boss and feigned boss in bottom lane and they all rushed to you? Were you expecting them to kind of take that bait like that, or were you just like, all right, if they don't come, we take boss? If they what was the game plan if they didn't show up? First off, like, were you gonna take boss or just leave?
That was a great call. Yeah, I forgot who made the call. But we just said just ambush, and sure enough, they came in, and we just turned on them right there. That was the call from the start.
Yeah, but if they let's say they didn't show up, like let's say they were just like, oh, we're not 20s, we can't evade the boss, like let's just have them take it. Like, would you have taken it, or would you have waited and then backed off and just like played macro again or something? I was just curious about the direction. Yeah,
we probably would have taken it, to be honest. We probably would have taken it. We felt good at that point, so I think we've taken it.
Yeah, no, your comms are, at least from a caster's perspective, your comms are pretty clear. It doesn't look like, someone starts going to mid, then they turn around, go back to bottom, or, it's like everyone kind of knows where they need to be. Shout out to Frill, by the way. The Li Ming play in game 2 was disgusting. Like,
he's really good.
Yeah, like that Li Ming play. I mean, even like just overall, like your team played so synergistically. Have you been practicing as a team for a while? Are you newish? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, we've been. The core 4 has been me, Mike, Furl, and Crafty. And Frank's been new for a couple of months, but we just gel pretty good together right now. We practice, we practice a lot together during the week, so we feel pretty good right now about each other.
Yeah, no, it was seriously, it was such fun games. Your team's great to watch. Congratulations on your victory. Before I let you run out of here, are there any shouts that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours, my friend.
I mean, shout out to Party Time. Thanks for the games, guys. It's really cool, really cool. Shout out to my teammates. All you guys are awesome. And yeah, thank you. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for casting it. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Really appreciate it. You have a wonderful night, and congratulations once again on your